Hello, 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 all my yarny friends. It's Teresa with Critters Crochet. How is everybody today? I am in a blanket because it is freezing cold here in West Tennessee and I can't get warm. This is why winter and me do not get along, is because I do not like being cold. So, I'm going to wait for a few more people to pop on. Hopefully some more join in here in a minute. But I've been playing around with this crochet along squares, and I had some new insights that I wanted to share with you. So I'm going to give it a few minutes and see, or just a minute or two. And oh, hey, good. The numbers are coming up. Say hello in the comments so I know who's here. And let me know. I've been playing around with one of the squares that we're going to be using for our blanket crochet along that starts January the 6th. And I wanted to come on here and just give you some updates. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Carlene. Hi. Thank you guys for joining in. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to be giving some updates on, hello, Racine. Afternoon's going good. This morning wasn't really great. I had to call. We had a brand new AC unit put in July for our downstairs. I'm upstairs in my office, but we had a new unit put in downstairs in July. Last night, we noticed how awfully cold it was in the house. When I got up this morning, we had it set to 70 and it was still reading 57 in the house. So something was not right. So we had to call the company that put in our unit, and they came over and they had to do some, hi, Renee. They had to do some cleaning out. There was a little bit of trash on one of the coils or something. And so the heat wasn't kicking on. So I don't know. Who knows? But I thought, are you kidding me? We do not need the heat going out. So, but thankfully, with the new unit still under warranty, we didn't have to pay a thing today, and they came out and got it going again. So, yeah, that's how my morning was. And I was planning on getting my shelf liner put into my cabinets because, yeah, a little glitch in the remodel. Hi, Michelle. Little glitch in the remodel. I got a call this morning around 8:30 that the crew that's been doing our remodel they've had several to call in today, and it only left one guy that was going to be able to come out, and one guy cannot do what they need to do today. So nobody came today to do the remodel on the house, on the kitchen. Yay. I have kids coming in for the holiday. Our kids are coming in for the holidays next week. I need a sink and I need my dishwasher hooked up. And we talked to them about this and they said, not a problem. That will be done this week. So I really hope, if I get a call tomorrow, my husband was not happy. He called them and told them so. If I get a call tomorrow, hey, Jen, I'm so glad you're here. It has been a while. So if they call tomorrow and say nobody's showing up, we are not going to be happy. This needs to get done now, because after this week, I haven't done any of the lining yet because our heat went out this morning. They fixed it, but it's still a little chilly downstairs. So I've kind of been playing around up here. I'm planning on only being on this live for maybe an hour. We'll see how it goes. And then after the live, I'm going to go downstairs and work on getting my shelf liners put in. But yeah, they better not call tomorrow and say nobody's coming, or I'm not going to be happy, because the last week they're supposed to have everything done before Christmas. And then the last week of December is when they're going to come in and paint and be done with everything. So, y'all, it's been going really good. And now here we go with the Christmas holidays and nobody's wanting to work. They're all calling in. So this is not boding well. And so, yeah, Racine, they came out and fixed it. And the heat is going now. I'm just waiting for the downstairs to warm up. So while I was out here, this is why I've decided I wasn't planning on doing a live today, but I was playing around with one of the squares just to make sure of how much yarn you were going to need, all of that kind of stuff, and that everything was going to work out. And so I worked on this. This is the square that I played with. Okay, it's called the Four of Hearts. Is what it's called because there's 4 hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I played around with this square. I used 4-weight yarn. This isn't the yarn. This is not the yarn I'm using for my for the blanket, but I just grabbed some 4-weight yarn to play around and try it out. And it's the Just Yarn worsted from Premier. And I used my Dots 5mm hook. Okay. So once I got it made, I thought this is looking a little big. So I went back to the book. And what I did not realize was I bought 4-weight yarn. These are 6-inch squares when they're completed, but every one of them is using a 3-weight yarn in the book. So here's what I'm doing. Like I said, I told you guys you could use any kind of yarn you wanted, just adjust your hook size. So my yarn is still going to be made with a 4-weight yarn because that's what I bought. So instead of, and if you guys bought 4-weight yarn and are going to use it, that's awesome. Do it. Use the 4-weight. But here's what it looks like. And I'm probably going to have to block this one because it's a little wonky. But this is what mine turned out to look like. And this is going to be one of the squares. I measured it, and instead of 6 inches, it's actually 8 inches. So instead of a 12 by 12 square each month, mine is actually going to be a 16 by 16 square. So my blanket's going to be a little bit bigger than a lap blanket. Michelle, this is the book we're using, 60 Quick Granny Squares. And it is by, well, from Cascade Yarn. And they're using the 3-weight Cascade yarns to do this. Get Creative is who wrote it, but it's 60 Quick Granny Squares. And you can find this book on Amazon. I think I bought this. It was on sale at Michael's one day several months ago when I was in Michael's, but I did check. It is on Amazon, so you can find it there. So anyway, I'm just letting you know, if we're doing a 4-weight yarn, if you're doing a 4-weight yarn with a 5mm hook, which I'm going to do, your squares are going to be 8 inches. I had originally said 6. So that means we're going to have 16. We're going to make 4 of these and put them together to make one big square. So your large square is each month is going to be a 16-inch square instead of a 12-inch. Okay. And I got my scale out and I weighed this because I wanted to be sure I was going to have enough yarn. I'm using I Love This yarn from, I'm using the Hobby Lobby's I Love This yarn. It is a 355 yard skein, 7 ounces. So with this 4-weight yarn, it only took just about 0.7 ounces. So you're only going to use a little, and that's with my tension anyway, you're going to use just a little less than, if you're using a 4-weight with a 5mm hook, you're going to use a little less than 3 ounces of yarn out of a 7-ounce skein. So one skein of each color is going to be plenty. I went ahead and bought 2 skeins for my border just to be sure I had enough for the border when we get to that point. But even if you had just a 5 ounce, that should be plenty of yarn for all of your squares for your color. And so if you're doing multiple color, a different color each month like I'm doing the birthstone colors each month. You don't have to do that. Hey, hello, Love and Hearts Design. How are you? If you want to do a solid color, then you're going to need, what did I say? Just under 3 for each square. So that's 36 ounces plus what you need for the border. So that's that. You can go by that to pick out your yarn if you haven't already. So yeah, this is what I wanted to come on here and show you guys and just let you know. You're going to need with this one. Now this is a lacy pattern. Some of the other ones we're going to do are more solid. So you may need just a little bit more yarn for the solid, but it's probably going to average out to being around probably 3 ounces per square, which times 4. Let me see. What did I say that I was doing this on? Let me weigh this again. I'm trying to do math, y'all. Look out. I'm trying to do math. Let's see. No, I don't want that. I want ounces. Okay, this square is 0.7. So times 4, 0.7 times 4 is 2.8 ounces. Oh, you're welcome, Racine. 2.8 ounces, which I'm going to say 3 ounces. All right. That's 3 ounces for your 16-inch square. So 3 ounces of yarn each month. So that equals to 12 months, 36 ounces of yarn. So go by your ounces on your skein and make sure you have 36 ounces of yarn. Okay. It's going to be a little bit less if you've already bought your yarn and you're doing a 3 weight. It's going to be a little bit less ounces and your squares are going to be smaller. Your squares may end up being, if you go with a 3 weight, your squares will probably end up being the 6-inch. And then you'll have a 12-inch square. So with mine being 18, let's just do a little more math. Why don't we? I got to use my calculator for this. So with a 16-inch square, that will be 3 squares across would be 16 times 3. Okay, so 48 inches across. If you're going to do your blanket the same size as mine, 48 inches across, and then 16 times 4, going 4 rows, 48 by 64. If you're going to make it with 4-weight yarn and a 5mm hook and get a 8-inch square, your blanket is going to measure 48 by 64. Now, let's see something here. Because I saved a picture of a chart that tells blanket sizes. I'm going to find it real quick. 48 by 64. Okay, where are you? Because I know I have one. If you guys know what that is, let me know in the chat. Let's see, 48. Where is my chart? I know I have one. Sorry, guys. This might take me just a minute to find this. Oh, well. According to this chart I have, that is a blanket that's in between the size of a throw and a twin. It's the length of a twin and a little bit bigger, wider than a throw. So it's in between a twin and a throw blanket, according to this chart. I think I have another chart on here too. Let me look at it. Yeah. Yeah, between a throw and a twin size. So I have what I've done with this book. And in case you all didn't see my last video when I talked about I think I talked about this when I was live with Shannon on Friday. A lot of these squares, a lot of the squares in this book are multicolored. So that's not going to work for what I'm doing, for what I'm with a solid colored square. So I just went through and I wrote down the numbers of each square that was a solid color. Okay. Oh, Shannon's here. Hey, Shannon. And I wrote those numbers down and I put them on squares in here. So January, I will pick the first number. I will do a tutorial for that square. And this starts January the 6th, guys. January 6th, which is the first Tuesday, is when we will start. I will draw a number, and then we will head over to the table, and I will do a tutorial on how to, and I will make this stitch with I will make this square with you. And then you are going to make 4 of those squares, and you're going to join all 4 squares. I'm going to be joining my squares with a mattress stitch, and I will show you that in the tutorial. You can join your squares any way you want to. You can use slip stitch. You can join them with, if you join your squares with a single crochet, you're going to have a little bit of a ridge on your blanket. You join yours the way you want to. I'm just telling you that I'm going to show you how to use the mattress stitch, because what that does, the mattress stitch, when you join with that, it allows you to bring your squares together and you don't see the thread in between the squares. It doesn't show. The joining thread doesn't show. So I'm going to show you how to do the mattress stitch to do that. So each month, I will have the first Tuesday of each month, we will draw a number. We won't draw the number on the first Tuesday. I will do that for January. But at the end of the tutorial, I will come back to my computer camera and we will draw the number for the next month. And I'll do a tutorial the first Tuesday of the month for that square. Again, the first Tuesday of every month, I will do a tutorial on the square for that month. And then you will have the whole month to make 4 squares from that square pattern and piece those 4 squares together to make your big square for that month. Then here's what I'm going to do, because some of you, I got to thinking about this. Some of you may want to have your blankets finished by Christmas so that you can either use it as a decoration, or you may want to give it as a Christmas gift. So in the month of November, I will be doing the last 2 squares in November. I will be showing you the November square and the December square. That way, in the month of November, you can finish November and December and have those squares done and have everything pieced together. And then the first Tuesday of December, I will come on and show you the border and how to do the border that I'm doing on my blanket. If you want to do the same thing I'm doing, you can follow the tutorial for the border that I'm going to do. But guys, I want you to be creative with this. Use whatever colors you want. I'm doing birthstone colors, But if you've already bought your yarn and you want to do a different color scheme, that's totally up to you. And if you don't want to do the same border that I'm going to be doing, you want to go on your own and do your own border, have at it. Pick out a border that you want to do yourself. Okay? Do your own border if you want to. So the month of December, you will have time to put your border. Once your blanket is completely finished, and I'm not sure which day I'm going to do this in December. Once my border is finished, I will come on with another video and show you my completed blanket. But what I would love for you guys to do, if you are joining in on this crochet along and you have a channel and you do videos, you have content, I would love for you to show, I would love it if you could make a video each month showing your progress to get the word out about this blanket. And I would absolutely love at the end of the year, when you have your blanket completely finished with the border in December, I would love it if you would post a picture in the community tab, on my community tab, and post a picture of your finished blanket, because I would love at the end of this, not in an email, because it'll be too busy of a time of the year for me to keep up with everybody's emails. Post a picture on, and whether you have content, oh my goodness, I can't talk. Whether you have a channel or not, when you finish your blanket, I would love to see your photos of your finished blanket. Post them to my community tab, okay? Go to Critters Crochet, to the community tab, and add a post and add your pictures. What I would love to do is take everybody's picture that participated, everybody that posts a picture in the community tab. I will make a video sometime in December, maybe let's shoot for the 3rd week. That'll be before Christmas. Hey, Artie60, how are you? Maybe before the 3rd week in December, we'll just shoot for that. Someday in that 3rd week, I will put a video together showing everybody's pictures that posted in the community tab, and because I want this to blow up. I really want to be able to show a lot of blankets on my channel sometime that 3rd week of December, and just show everybody how many of you participated and what beautiful work all of you did. So this is going to be fun. I can't wait to start it. I'm doing really good, Artie. I hope you're doing well too. Oh, thanks, Shannon. Yeah, it is easy, guys. Just if you go to my channel, I'm just going to tell them real quick, Shannon, and you can watch a video, but when you go to my channel, I'll just show it to you real quick on my phone, because I'm doing this on my laptop. I'll show you on my phone. It's super easy. All right, you go to my channel and you see right here where it says view channel. I clicked on that, and then look at that. It says right here underneath Critters Crochet, it says visit community. Just click on that. Click on visit community. There's the community page, and it says what's on your mind. Just click on that and it'll give you an option to include a picture. Okay, that's all you have to do to get to the community tab. It's super easy. So I can't wait to see everybody's pictures. I would love, not only would I love to see pictures of your completed, but I would love to see pictures each month of your squares that you're making. That would be really awesome. Oh no. Hey, Michelle. So do you guys have I've been talking for almost 30 minutes. Do you guys have any questions for me about this crochet along? Any questions at all? That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to come on and share with you what I discovered as I was playing around with the square. And I wanted to give you, because I did have a lot of people asking me about how much yarn they needed. It's okay, Joanne. Go back to the beginning and watch. I shared about the square and about what I did and how much yardage I'm using, how much yarn you're going to need, all that kind of good stuff. So go back to the beginning and watch the replay. But I had several who have asked me questions about how much yarn they were going to need, when it's going to start, all that good stuff. So if you have any questions, now is the time to ask. If you have any questions at all, or I would love to hear what yarn you're using. If you're participating in this crochet along, let me know in the chat. What yarn are you using? What size yarn? What hook size are you using? What colors? I would love to know. Let me know what you're using for this crochet along. Yeah, that's basically what I did, Michelle. I used a 4-weight yarn, not realizing that every square in this book, they use DK. I did not catch that at all. So instead of, I originally said we were going to make, our squares were going to be, 16 inch. I originally said our squares were going to be 6 by 6 inch squares. And they're actually going to be using a worsted weight. They're going to be 8 inch. So that means instead of a big 12-inch square each month, when we put 4 of these together, it's going to make an 16-inch square. So, and you're only going to need, if you're doing a different color each month, you're only going to need about 3 ounces of yarn each month. So that kind of gives you an idea of how much yarn you're going to need. Nobody has any questions? What yarn are you guys using? Let me know. I'm interested. Are any of you using a 3-weight, or is pretty much everybody doing a worsted weight? Now, I had somebody ask me to make them a stress ball. This is kind of like off topic, but yeah, who has their yarn picked out? I want to know. Shannon wants to know. I have so many choices. Yeah, there's a lot to choose. Oh, Renee has her yarn. Renee, what yarn are you using? And are you doing are you doing different colors, or is your blanket going to be a solid color? Michelle's going to use worsted. Yep, that is exactly, Michelle, why I went with worsted, because I know I've got some DK, but my DK yarn is being saved for my baby blanket patterns that I'm designing. So I wanted to use worsted for my blanket. I'm right there with you. Let's see. Ray says I'm using the same as you. Oh, awesome. She's going to use the worsted weight. Worsted in blue tones. Oh, Renee, that's going to be pretty. Oh. Maggie's going to use worsted. Racine's going to do different colors. Yay. I'm so excited. That's awesome, guys. I cannot wait. You guys, you don't know. You do not know how excited I am to get this going and to see y'all's progress and to see your finished blankets at the end of next year. It's going to be so cool. I cannot wait to see all of these. And I am so excited that so many of you are joining in on this. I'm just thrilled. Michelle uses DK for her grands things. Yep. Hi, 7-piece frog. I'm so glad you're here. I use DK for almost everything, but this will be cool. Cool. I'm so glad you're excited. Joanne's going to use worsted. Variegated. Ooh, bitty stripes variegated. Are you going to use the same? Are you going to use the same variegated for each month, or are you going to change it up each month, Joanne? That will be pretty. Oh, you guys, you're getting me so excited. I cannot wait to see all of these. This is going to be great. I love doing crochet alongs. I've only done one. I did one. Oh my goodness. That's been, I think that was back in 24. I think I did one for the hexie cardigan. Excuse me. So my channel, I've been so busy with my channel trying to reach these different goals that I haven't really done any crochet alongs. I've done my tutorials on Battle of the Stitches, but this is getting exciting. I cannot wait to start this. Teresa, have you done big crochet alongs like this? No, this is the biggest one, Racine. This is the biggest one I've tackled yet. I did, like I said, I did a hexie cardi crochet along back in 24, I think. I don't think I did it last year. This year, I think it was 24. So I'm excited. I'm also doing a crochet along for my members only, guys. We're doing a blanket over there too, but it's going to be different than this one. So if you're able to place membership, Renee was awesome. Our Friday night live with Shannon, she gifted 5 memberships, and I'm so excited. And so if you would like to just try out my membership videos and see if you would like to try out the crochet along that I'm doing with the members, it's going to be a month-by-month thing too. Not much work. It's going to, well, no, sorry, I said month-by-month. It's going to be a little different. I don't want to give details out about my members because that's exclusive for them. But we're doing a blanket. I'm going to tell you that, but it's different than the one we're doing here. So if you'd like to check out and if you can become a member of and support our channel the way as far as memberships, then you can also be involved in our members only crochet along that we're doing. So it's going to be lots of fun. Never done a group except amigurumi. Great way to support your favorite content. Yes, it is. It's a great way to support your content creators. That's exactly right. And I appreciate it. All the money, the monies that are generated through YouTube, through memberships, I will be using that for crochet alongs, for yarn reviews, for giveaways, all that kind of stuff. That's what that membership money will be used for. Oh, awesome. I love Jada in Stitches. I've done some of her crochet alongs too. And when I really first got into YouTube and when I first got into crocheting, Jada in Stitches and then Mikey at the Crochet Crowd. Those were the two that I really watched consistently when I was trying to get back in and really learn crochet and learn more stitches and more techniques. Jada in Stitches and the Crochet Crowd. Those were the two that I watched the most when I started with this. So awesome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I'm your first one in the USA to do. Yay. Yay. Whew. So any other questions about the crochet along? Any questions about the yarn? Anything like that? Well, I might, now that I think about it, I keep changing my mind on stuff, but that's okay. We're not starting until January 6th. But I think what I'm going to do actually is January will be the only month where I draw the number. Well, yeah, it will be where I will draw the number at the beginning. We'll look at the square and we'll go right over to the table and you'll just learn it with me. We will do this square together. Then at the end of the video for January, I will go ahead and draw the February number. That way I can kind of play with it a little bit before I actually show you how to do it. I can have a completed square that I can show you the first Tuesday of February so you know what it's going to look like, and then we'll head over to the table and work on it. I think that's probably how I'm going to do it. Either way, you're going to get a tutorial, and you'll be able to follow along to create your square. Starting on the Epiphany. So neat. I'm not familiar with that. Peace Frog, I'm not familiar with that. Let's see. Let me look at my calendar here. Let's see. I have written something in my calendar about this crochet along, and I can't even read what I wrote. Oh, well, I'll have to decipher that later. That's when a lot of people take down their Christmas tree. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, usually, not this year. I don't have any Christmas. Oh, I've got our stockings ready to hang up. But because of the remodel in the kitchen, there's so much dust in my house that I have not decorated anything. This right here, this right here is the only Christmas I have up, are these two trees up here in my room, in my craft room, because everything is so dusty downstairs from the remodel. I don't want to put anything out. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to decorate this year for Christmas or not. We're going to have to wait and see. About the only thing I think we're going to be able to do is get the stockings put up, but we'll see. Already can't commit right now. Too many whips and a New Year's Eve cast on I'm getting ready for, but would love to see what everyone makes. You never know. I may end up joining in. Yeah, you're just going to make, each month you're going to make 4 squares this size. This is an 8x8, Artie. You're going to seam, you're going to join all 4 together to make a 16x16 square. And that's it. You have the whole month to do it. This square right here took me about maybe 30 minutes to do. Okay. And it'll probably be even quicker than that now that I know the pattern, that I've worked through it once, but 30 minutes. So it's not, it's not, it's not something that's going to take you hours and hours to do, because we're breaking it up into months. And like I said, 20 to 30 minutes on each square, and you'll have the whole month to get them done. So yeah. But I'm excited, y'all. I'm really excited. So I know some don't like to do year-long crochet alongs. Like, well, the one that I really don't like to do, and you'll never see me do another one, I've tried it a couple of times, is the temperature blankets. I get so bored with that it's like, no, I'm not doing another temperature blanket. I get bored with it. This, since it's different squares each month, I think it's going to be lots of fun. It's going to keep the interest going. Yeah, they are. I don't like them at all, Shannon. They are. This is going to be such a different square each month, and it's going to keep your interest. And I really think it's going to be a lot more fun than those crazy temperature blankets. And I'm sorry for the ones of you that like to do them. I can't get into them. I just can't. So, yeah. Next year, Lord willing, well, 2027, I'm not going to try to do a crochet along with you guys alongside this one with everyone. Just not going to do it. I'm still going to have my tutorials for Battle of the Stitches. The first Tuesday is the stitch tutorial, and our Wednesday, first Wednesday is the stitch tutorial. Third Wednesday is the tutorial to teach you what I made. So those will continue. So that's kind of like a crochet along, kind of. They're tutorials that you can follow and make something, each with the Battle of the Stitches. So this will be the only crochet along that I'll be doing with y'all, because I'll have all of those tutorials with Battle of the Stitches. So never did one because I knew it was not for me. No, Joanne, trust me. I can't stay focused on them. I just can't do it. My ADHD says no, thank you. Oh, I almost think that I might have a little bit of that because it just doesn't stay with me. What if I looked up a teeny bit of history? Ooh, guys, let me show you this, what Shannon said. What do y'all think? Oh, that's not it. I did the wrong one. Sorry. Shannon, what if I looked up a teeny bit of history for you about birthstones and you could have a little blurb in your monthly video? That would be cool. Would you guys like to learn something about each birthstone? That would be awesome, Shannon. Thank you for that. Oh, Michelle, thank you so much. Michelle just did a $2 super chat. Sorry, I forgot what it was. Thank you, Michelle. History is really cool. Michelle says yes. So yes, Shannon, thank you. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for that. Y'all, Shannon is awesome sauce. I'm telling you. She helps me out so much. This is great. So yeah, we will have a little blurb about that. I'm not going to tell you. There's another little surprise that I'm going to be doing each month. A little something that I'm going to share each month, but I don't want to tell y'all that. I want to save it for the crochet along. So you'll find out in January. Okay, Maggie said, Racine says yes. Michelle, yes. Maggie, that would be fun. Be nice to know about the birthstones. Yeah, I think so too. Shannon, I'm telling you, I have never seen anybody that can find information out on stuff the way Shannon does. I don't know. She is so good at that. So yes, Shannon, please do that for us. That'd be great. Tuesday, January 6th. I will have a video out. I will have the tutorial out on the first Tuesday of every month. So the first tutorial will be Tuesday, January the 6th. And I'm going to do my absolute best to have that tutorial out by 9 o'clock in the morning on the 6th. And it'll be 9 a.m. each first Tuesday of the month. So, Shannon, my awesome moderator, do you think you could get a link for the book and see if it's on? I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon. Would you be able to get that link for us and put it in the chat, please? This is the book. She's already found a great website, guys, to get this information. Yeah, this is it right here. Shannon's going to get a link, Joanne, and put it in the chat. So you guys will see a link here in just a minute. She's going to put a link up so you guys can go get the book if you want it. But I'll just go, while Shannon's doing that, I'll go ahead and show you guys. Here are the, we're going to do this one. The 4 hearts is going to be one of them. And I don't know which order because I'm going to randomly pull the numbers. We're just going to do them as I pull them. One of them is basket weave. We'll be doing this one. Isn't that pretty? I love the basket weave. Don't let that scare you guys. You can do it. Oh, there it is. Shannon just put the link to the book in the chat, guys. Let's see. What's the next? Another one. This one. I need to mark these, so I just have them already marked, already ready to flip to. Let's see. This one is called Stacked. So that's one we're going to be doing. Let's see. I put this one in there because actually there's only 11 solids, but we need 12 months. So I chose this one, but this one is very easily made into a solid. So that's going to be one of them. It's called Coins. Let's see. What's the next one? Spiderweb. Maybe that one will fall in October. Wouldn't that be awesome if that one fell in October? Yeah, that wheels one is going to be pretty. But if it doesn't, it's okay. Washboard. That's a pretty one. That's the next one, washboard. Front post and back post stitches, guys. I think, or it may all be front post. Hold on. Looks like front posts and half double crochets for that one. Sunstone is one of them. I do too, Renee. I do too. But hey, it's going to give some variety to the blanket with some of the lacy ones. Woven Sunshine. I think this one's pretty. This one's called Vortex. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Vortex. Isn't that pretty? And I'm thinking, I don't know if that's going to be a front post or if that's... Oh, it's called what? Okay, I got to go back here to the front and look. There's an abbreviation in this one that I have never seen before. And I need to look up what that is. TLO. Has anybody ever heard of that? Oh, if you get the book, it tells you in the front of the book how to do the mattress stitch. Oh, third loop only. Duh. So we're working in the third loop to create that spiral. And then we have, oh, Erin Flower. Isn't that pretty? Erin Flower. Well, booger. I dropped the book. Let's see. Sandstone. That's a pretty one. Outfield. There's some really nice textured ones in here. This textured along with the lace, I think is going to be super pretty. Linked. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Linked. And with all the chains, it won't take long to make that one. And I think that was it. So that's the one. The book is a tiny bit discontinued. What? Well, guys, if you're not able to get the book, don't worry, because you're going to have my tutorials to be able to make your squares, okay? So if you don't have the, oh, discount. I read that as discontinued. Oh my word. I can't read. Sorry. Discounted. Yay. Cool. I'm going to look it up and just see what it says. I can't read, y'all. 60 quick. Well, yeah, it's a little bit, maybe 50 cents, guys. It was $19.99 and they've got it on sale for $18.59. So a teeny bit discount. So, yeah. So $18.59 on Amazon. Let me look and see if Thrift Books has it. I get a lot of books on Thrift Books, and it's a hit or miss. Sometimes they have them, and sometimes they don't. 60 quick. Wait a minute. Granny squares. Let's see if they have it. Ooh! All right. They have. Let me click on this. Ooh. All right, guys. Thrift Books has it for right now. They have it for $16.87. So it's a couple of dollars cheaper on Thrift Books. And they said they have 50 of them available. So if you wanted to go to Thrift Books, you could get it for a couple of dollars cheaper. So, yep, everybody else looked. Shannon, is there any way you could look it up on Thrift Books and give us a link? Or let's say, let me try. I can do that real quick. I'll be right back. Let me go grab it. One second. It'll take me just a minute to get it for you. Come on. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can get a shareable link here. Okay, here we go. It does come quicker on Amazon. You're correct. I'm going to see if it's going to let me do this or not. All right. That is the link for the one on Thrift Books. So if y'all can use that one, I found it on Thrift Books. So there you go. Yep, I did, Blair. Yep, if you type, I forgot to mention that. If you type in the word critter, just like Blair did, CRITTER, then Nightbot will pop up the link to your channel. I forgot to say that. All right, guys, I have got some things I've got to get done down in my kitchen. Since the workers didn't come today, I really want to get my shelf lining in so I'm not in anybody's way and they're not in my way. So we've got about 5 or 6 more minutes that I want to be on here because I've got to go down and get some stuff done today. But, thank you, Shannon. So, since we've got about 5 more minutes, if you've got that, really? If you guys have any more questions, now's the time. I would be so glad to answer them. My email is in the description box of this video. If you think of questions after the live is over, you can always email me your questions. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for all of your support for Critters Crochet. Thank you for joining in on this, what I know is going to be an absolutely amazing crochet along. And I would love it if you guys could share this out to your friends. Let them know if you have crochet friends that you think would be interested in doing this crochet along. I would love it if you could share this out with your friends and let them know about this crochet along that we're doing. And also, if you can support Critters Crochet with a membership, then head over there, do that, and you could also join in the crochet along with us in the membership. This one, I'll tell you that the one we're doing in the membership is not going to be year long. We're adding to what we're doing every week. We're adding something new every week to the blanket that we're making, and it's not going to be difficult. So it really would be easy to do both of these at the same time. And I'm not sure how many weeks the membership crochet along is going to go on. We're just going to do it we're going to add something every week until we get a blanket that we like that's long enough, and then that'll be it. So they just ask you for things, Michelle, huh? Yep. That's what mine do. That's what my sister told me last night. She's going to join in on the crochet along. So I'm really excited. She crochets and she knits. I can't knit to save my life, but excuse me so much. So I'm sorry. So she is, my sister's going to join in on it. So I'm excited. All right, guys. Well, that's the update. Like I said, if you think of any other questions, you can always send me an email, and I'll be glad to answer them. But thank you for joining me today for this really quick update. I'm excited. As I've said before, I can't tell you how excited I am to get this crochet along started. So here again, January the 6th will be our first video for our first square of the month of January. Also, guys, on I do have a Facebook page called Critters Crochet. It's actually called Critters Crochet Must-Haves, but if you type in Critters Crochet, it'll get you there. Oh, I thought you were asking me about it. Anyway, if you want to post pictures there on my page, you can. Oh, thank you, Racine. Thank you so much for the share. I was going to say something. What was it? My spoony brain is really doing great today. I was going to let y'all know real quick before I get off of here. This Thursday, the 18th, this Thursday night at, where's my calendar? At 7:30 Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Thursday night, Shannon and I are going to be live together. We're doing a Christmas PJ party. So we're going to be in our PJs. We are going to be crocheting on something. We don't know what yet. We're each going to be working on a project, and we're just going to chat and have fun. We might be having a snack. We might be drinking some hot chocolate and having some Christmas cookies or whatever. But we would love for you all to come on and join us and watch the live. Again, that is this Thursday, the 18th, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, live with me and Shannon. We're going to be wearing our Christmas PJs, and it's just going to be lots of fun. Woohoo! Avery says she's going to try to be there. Awesome. So I'm going to let you guys go. And I hope you will to see you Thursday night on the live. Let me know if you think of questions, guys. Please let me know. I want your questions to be answered before we get started, so that you don't have any problem with joining me and working on this crochet along. So, yeah, the Shannon and I both have the links up posted on our channels about the live this Thursday. So make sure you go and hit that notification bell so that you're notified when the live starts. And I will see you all. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone. Have a great afternoon, evening.